Settle Down Podcast.
You are listening to
The Settle Down Podcast.
With your host, Sean Settles.
If somebody came to you and said, Ted, how do I get on The Price is Right? Walk somebody that's listening to this podcast step by step on like the process of getting in the show and how the operation works.
So keep in mind, I have not been back since 2008, so my information is 12 years old.
Is that 2008 when the incident happened? Where we'll get to that later.
Yes.
So,
but basically, you get tickets to the show, and I think they've made that process a little easier. You can probably get them online now. You get to the studio, or you get to the, I guess it's the CBS, property at a certain time, and they kind of do some processing where they give you your name tag and you fill out. You actually get a number, and you've seen those in the documentary, and then there's a stub on the other side where you fill out your name, you print your name, and you sign your name that you understand the rules of eligibility, which they pass out and read through with you. There's like breaks during the processing. I don't know if they've improved on it since I've been there, but the last crucial part is going through an interview with the producer where they just line up people in groups of 10 to 15. The producer will go down the line and ask you, what do you do for a living? He'll kind of change up the questions, so you kind of have to be ready, and I think that's part of what they're looking for is people who can quickly answer on their feet. And
you don't stutter if you get on stage and Bob's interviewing you.
Right, and my very first time when the producer asked me what I did, I could not get out that I was a college freshman. I couldn't get it out of my mouth for about 3 seconds, and I'm sure that impressed them a lot. But they do look for people, as I understand it, they've always looked for people who are interesting and fun and in a good mood. Generally now, from what I understand and from the limited times I've seen the show, they do have people who are a little more over the top. So I don't know if that's a change in the direction they've gone in looking for contestants, but the people who seem to be really just, too much Red Bull, those are the kind who seem to get on the show a lot. Not everybody, but,
How early do you have to get in line to line up in the morning? Because when you were on there, it seemed like the first 300 people in line just got into the audience. Is that how it used to be done?
It used to be that way, and if you wanted to be in that kind of front middle section, you had to be there really early. And the record was the night that my sister went with me, and we had gone to bed in our hotel, and we were right across the street from CBS, and neither one of us could really get to sleep because you're always kind of excited the night before. And I woke up at one point and the light was on, and I said, "Oh, is it time to get up?" And my sister said, "No, I've just decided we may as well go get in line," and blah, blah, blah. It was 11:40 p.m. the night before. So we spent the whole night in line. We were the first two. That was a lot. It actually went really quickly considering that, they don't come out and start processing until like 8 in the morning.
Wow.
So we had 8 hours of just kind of entertaining ourselves and the people next to us. But I think now you don't have to get there quite as early. They kind of give you a time to be there. The audience, I don't think, fills up as much as it used to when Bob Barker was the host. So they're trying to, I think, make it a little bit easier for people to come to the show and not make it such a thing where you have to be there for a longer period of time.
I believe most people, I was telling some friends that I was interviewing you for the podcast, and I was telling them about in the documentary, because most of them hadn't seen it, how you had to get in line real early to get in, and then they interviewed everyone kind of, and that's how they picked who was on the show, and everyone I talked to always thought that was just like a random drawing all these years. And I think that's how they kind of portray it, but they've picked who they want to be.
Yeah, and people, I think, have asked that, and like the most logical reason they wouldn't want to do it as a random drawing is if you have a group of like 5 people, what if 3 of you got picked in that group, and then nobody else in the audience really gets the excitement of getting to play. So
They like to spread it out so the excitement's spread throughout the whole room.
Plus, you may get people like my mother. When she would go, she went with us a few times, and she didn't ever want to be selected as a contestant, but she'd go through the interview process anyway. It was always like, okay, well, they're probably not going to pick you because you made it clear you don't really even want to be here.
It's kind of silly of her because she has a ringer of a son in the audience that she can just look at the whole time and probably go pretty far in the game if she got put up there.
Yeah.
So, how many times?
Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the Settle Down Podcast. Click this button over here to watch one of our other fabulous videos. Click this one over here to subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching.